Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Surviving Mars. We're the Europe sponsor. We're in a place with lots of dust storms, including one coming soon, and meteor storms too. Everything is very exciting all the time. We've got a rocket here ready to leave the Ovidilla 2. I thought we'd rename this one, but I don't know, I guess not. Maybe I didn't hit enter or save it or something. We're going to head and launch you. I guess we can even salvage a ship if we get too many. It looks like there was a button for it, so we can probably get some parts out of that, but I think we want to keep 2 ships. I can definitely see the case, though, if you start as, like, say, the International Mars mission, which starts you off with 4, and, say, are also a rocket scientist, which starts with 1 extra, it would be very tempting to maybe salvage 1 or 2 of them for parts. Because you're usually going to have one that's idle, unless you really delay yourself on the fuel extractors. On the other hand, if you start as the International Mars mission, your shuttles also refuel themselves automatically and for free. They're fairly slow at it, but yeah, I think once you get your fuel production going on, then you would go ahead and replace it. And scrap some. So this is still very high concentration here. We're going to want to extract some more of this because it's just going to be very efficient for our troubles. But we've got tons of concrete right now, so I'm not going to bother building at this time. Our shuttles, if you take a look over here, like they're like 6 of them in flight. We may have to go and build a second shuttle hub soon. We got new techs available. General training is very good. I don't know microgravity. Oh, that's our medical spire, which is excellent. General training is really nice. So, you know that we take an efficiency hit if someone is working in a building and they don't have the specialty for it. It's minus 50. Basically, you're half as good at working in a building if you don't have the specialization for that building. But this reduces that. I think it might reduce it to like minus 25 instead of minus 50, which is pretty substantial. And will, in fact, be like a great way to squeeze extra efficiency out of our base. It's a little pricier and a little far in the queue. I'm going to wait to see, you know, what else comes up in terms of working on efficiency. There's the arcology. That is a spire building that gives you a lot of living space. It's also surprisingly cheap to build. Like, it's got the same amount of polymers and double the concrete as an apartment. But, like, concrete doesn't matter. That's basically free. I don't know what the maintenance is like, and I don't know how many people you can fit, but this actually might be the priority, because then we can fit a lot more people into a dome. Well, it's going to come down to what are we going to do with the spire in a dome? You go arcologies. I tend to go arcologies or the medical center. Medical center is higher capacity than an infirmary. I guess for the smaller domes, the arcology is probably best. And the bigger domes, which have more room for regular housing, then maybe you go with the medical spire. It just works better. You're full of various things because these guys are still super busy. Rocket landing site, yes, please. I'm going to go ahead and land you over here. We'll get some extra people into the dome. More sectors scanned. Let's take a look at our little RC Explorer. I don't think there's any... Oh, yeah, there were some anomalies down here. It's a fairly long drive to get to.
New colonists have arrived.
Well, do this anyway. New colonists, hooray! And a little bit of extra food. Speaking of food, yeah, we need to get some of that going on, don't we? I will go and build a farm in here. Again, we will get the thing at some point. I don't think it's a breakthrough. I think it's just a regular tech where farms give you happiness. So we will go and set one up in here. I still think we might want the fungi one at some point. Food production is really hard to read because it's based, again, on that burstiness. Oh, speaking of, let's go to our dome. I bet you we can cancel one of these soybeans. Not quite, actually. It's going to bring us up to 90. So yeah, we're still not at the 90 to 100 cycle. And actually, one thing I haven't checked is, can you go above 100% fertility? I'm not certain. There are new crops that we could get attacked to unlock more crops. It would give us the ability to grow a crop, for example, that increases fertility by, I think, like 40% per go. So that's like a faster way to get it up there. And we might do that. I think it's very low food yield. Yeah, you really need people. So this guy here, are you... No, not quite done. Nearly done that. Actually, I could have helped this along if I got, like, the RC transport to go out here to pick up metal and then deliver it just there. Yeah, that would have sped things along because they're just mostly waiting for metal here. And, yeah, you really need metal because this leak, which is hurting our entire network here, this leak over here needs to be repaired by metal. So getting that transport to help out with this is going to be hugely important. RC Rover, you are fully charged. I guess you're going to run up here and get the science. You might have some power problems coming back, but... as long as you get the scan done, that's going to be fine. We'll refill you at some point. There we go. That drone hub got built. So now I'm going to take the RC Rover over here and really help out in this area because they've got like a huge work overload. It is very expensive to build more drones, but there'll definitely be some areas that we're going to need more. Buy all the domes. We'll probably end up getting each dome having like at least maybe 10 drones, maybe. I don't know. Oh, look at you. You actually moved to other nearby metal deposits to keep filling up. That is very handy. Very handy indeed. There's occasionally a little thing with the, if you're zoomed out when you pan around, not all the pipes show right away. So I just freak out. I'm like, ah! Then you zoom in and you're like, oh, no, there's a pipe there. Everything's fine. Don't need to freak out. It's going to work. So we've got extra water generators. The surplus will go until the water tanks fill up, and then these pumps should then chill out, because they'll only produce how much we actually need.
Sector scan.
So yeah, I don't know if our water capacity, if it's like 300 or whatever, but it should, our water surplus should go to 0, or actually it might go to +1. I don't know, +1 or 0, because we still have that other thing. So here's the dust storm. Hooray! I don't think I'm going to bother like continuously toggling the solar panels anymore. We're just sort of going to eat that. And we have the mine there. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. Our mine's here. I forgot about that. You're all fired. No, really. Just be fired. I mean, I know we can get stuff faster,
Research
but
complete.
we need people for
Anomaly
things.
analyzed.
And the same thing will happen here with the metal extractor. And we are going to go... I don't have electronics production yet, so I might wait. Micro manufacturing is done. I think that was our electronics building, so we went ahead and analyzed that. Little Mr. Explorer. Oh, you still have enough power. And you'll probably run out over here, and we'll have to send someone to recharge you, but I'm going to send you out anyway. So that's done. So, am I remembering correctly that this is the electronics factory? Yes, please. Get this built. And yes, my ship here, I'm going to control-click to turn off export for all of my rockets. You can see here it's got 5 rare minerals in there. I want to save them so that our electronics factory can go and do some good work. We got our research lab over here. Wonderful. So we can have people there. We could work more than one shift on this as well to get even more science. And I think I will. I think I'll run 2 shifts here. We may not have the people for that. Yeah, we don't actually. And then we're going to have this as well. Okay, tell you what. Let me turn that off, because I'm going to want some people working in the electronics workshop. No one works there. Oh, the polymer one. Right, it's only extractors that work automatically, so we need some workers here, and I do want people working at the polymer shop. Certainly. So that we can start producing that. We're producing 3 per day. There's a little bit for maintenance.
Here today to bid a final farewell to one of our finest.
So someone died of old age. Gaston Bruno. But that was our first death. Our first death, and it was old age, not horribleness.
Anomaly
Oh,
analyzed.
I'm very pleased.
There's more to the barren environs of the Red Planet than meets the eye.
Okay, deep scanning, we have to research. It's right here. This will let us scan each sector a second time. Or, in fact, if we haven't scanned it yet and we have this tech, one scan will also deep scan. This will reveal deep deposits. But we can't work the deep deposits until we get even more tech. What else did we unlock? Oh, resilient architecture. Outdome buildings require maintenance less often. It's 12,000 science. You can see the cost going up, but man, is that ever valuable. Rare metals extractor production increased by 50%, just flat out, without even having to spend an upgrade. Yeah, that will be handy. We're getting a little low on electronics. I'm not going to upgrade this yet, yeah. Because, again, we need maintenance. We need electronic parts to maintain electronics factories. So we're going to want to make sure there's enough of a stockpile in here for that backlog. Although, we do have a rocket at home, right? We have some money. We're good on food. We're not producing polymers and electronics and machine parts. But I think I'll actually send a rocket. A fair amount of electronics, just to cover some of those little things. And then a scooch of the others. And then mostly electronics. And tell you what, I'm going to send you down with a drone. Or 2. And I guess some food, because we have a little bit of cash left over, and food is cheap. Alright, I'm pleased with that. And since we're having electronics, I'm going to go and upgrade you right away. There we go, so we'll get 50% more production out of you soon. Wonderful. And otherwise, get this thing built fast, would you? I think I might even make this like a high priority building once it's built. And the polymer? I don't know, we mostly just need more people there.
Cable fault reported.
Which means what I should do is I should make sure the comfort in this dome is pretty good. No drinking, no relaxation, they're all full. I think the spacebar is huge, but it's relaxation, drinking, social. Let's go and do that. Let's make people fairly happy over here. We're going to need some workers for that as well. I'm also getting an infirmary. So it provides medical checks, which is good if people get hurt. And in addition to that, it lowers the comfort requirements to make babies. So, because we haven't had a baby yet. So we're going to see if we can get that going in this dome. Start to get resident population. Martian-born people are a lot better in some ways as well. If they run out of comfort, they don't become Earth-sick and leave. And we'll be able to get a bunch of upgrades that make Martian-born people learn faster, be more productive, be more effective. Overall, that's our goal here. I'm going to run this power conduit around this way to there, because clearly we'll need to connect to that at some point. I suppose I'm going to have to turn on these apartments again so that things get built soon, because we are going to want more room for more people. And actually, I wonder if I should get a nursery. A nursery is a building where youths live. It's actually very space efficient. But I guess we don't have any kids yet, so I'll wait, but we will probably build some. At some point, I'll probably have a dome that's dedicated to education. I'll probably have another dome that's dedicated to making babies as well. By just making sure people are super comfortable there. It's probably going to be a dome with, like, no mining or anything. Because the people who are there, like, we're going to use really high-quality houses, so it'll be a little less population dense. And all the people that are there, we're going to use them to mostly work in service buildings to make everything happy. And happy people make a lot of babies. So we're going, we'll launch you. You actually have a drone attached to you, but if we launch you, you'll just attach to another building, which is going to be fine and swell. Get this guy a little bit more workers. So this is starting to fill up a little bit. You can hotkey the button to toggle the pin as well if you want to be able to pin things on and off fairly quickly. So, and over here, everything is working swell. And yeah, water surplus has gone to 0 as we hit our 300% stored water. I might build another water tower over here. Might even get a battery over here. Yeah, in fact, I think that's an excellent idea. I'm going to get a battery just in case the power to here gets cut off. And likewise, I will also build a
resources are low.
A water tower, and I'm going to build it over here in case something happens and the water connection gets shut off. Actually, hold on, cancel. I'm going to move you slightly different position. Because if I move you, say, here, it'll be easier to build another tunnel right over there. So let's say we get this killed over here, then we can still drain this water tower to the rest of the system. 3D machining, I believe, is our machine parts factory. Okay. So we're going to do subsurface heating because it's a safety thing and it's cheap. Extractor amplification actually will probably be nice and we'll probably end up running it if we're in a good situation for power. And really, we can expand our power fairly easily. We're not having power shortages, but I'm tempted to just research this. Again, it's more text, it'll generate more funds for us, and it'll reveal more stuff at the end. Like, it's so cheap at this point. Let's just go ahead and burn through a lot of that. The arcology is still going to be handy. I don't feel the need to, like, reorder this. I'm still hoping we get some more breakthroughs. Oh, how's our little explorer? You are here, and you still had power left. There's another anomaly to research down there, but I'm going to send you back for some power as a reward. Good job, buddy. And this is a... Oh yeah, this is all of our electronics and some extra polymers and things, just to prevent horrible, horrible badness from happening for a bit. It is nighttime, we got a power shortage, but we've got tons of power in the bank. Still, every time I see that, it's a hint that, hey, we could do some more work here. We are getting a bunch of polymers delivered, so I'm going to go through here. I'm wondering if, out of convenience, at some point I probably will just hit the control-click button over here to upgrade all of the blades. See, you're waiting for some maintenance. You need some machine parts up here. All the blades, including the ones on the low ground. But for now, we're going to keep doing with this. And yeah, our shuttles must be really busy. Tell you what, okay, RC Transport over here. I'm going to get you to come over here and pick up machine parts. I don't think there's a ton of them. I don't know which one of these are the machine parts. But you're going to pick up some machine parts and deliver them up top. As we produce more and more, and any local storage of machine parts, say, gets full, they will get transferred to other storages automatically. I think it's mostly that our shuttles are being a little overworked. We'll probably get another shuttle hub here sooner rather than later. Look how dusty this little guy is. Yeah, see, there you go. I like that. And then you're going to come over here and unload all your resources there. So get a bunch of machine parts locally. Clearly things are still being delivered, but it does take a little while. I'll do the rest of the blades up here. So you're under construction. Okay. I'll do the rest of the blades up here. When we run out of power again, I'll build another row of these. And then I'll probably upgrade all of them, including the ones in the low ground, just not to have to micromanage, assuming we've got enough polymers for that. But I like our surplus here. We're still unloading the shuttle as well, or the rocket as well. We got the farm here. Oh, you need to be changed to do some mass soybeaning. But we still have plenty of food in our entire thing. You over here are not going to work here. Or there. There we go. Especially not the night shift. Now, the thing is, you could have people working the day for higher efficiency and automate it at night because you don't have people working at night. We only have 2 unemployed people. We do have our electronics factory going on. So actually, some people, they should transfer over there to have no unemployed anymore. 1 unemployed. Yeah, they'll move over here. So we're now slowly producing electronics out of rare metals. We will end up with a surplus of rare metals. We'll probably end up shipping them off-world for money at some point. But I like getting the surplus here. You still have a bunch of electronics, so I don't want to unload you yet. We don't have any upgrades for the electronics factory yet, and we just generally need more people. We got tons of room for more people. We do have a ship away. Do we have more? We have 10 people who match our filter now. So we're going to have to remove the flaw thing. These guys are worse at building. There's some bad ones. Chronic condition, they just get like less and less healthy every day, which isn't good. These guys can call malfunctions. You know what? We're going to have a bar. Alcoholics are going to be fine. Gamblers are kind of funny. If they can't satisfy their gambling, they're going to be unhappy. We'll do gluttons. Eating more food isn't the end of the world. Hypochondriacs, they want to visit medical buildings more often. They're not actually sick, but I guess that's okay. Whiners loses sanity when on low comfort. I don't know. How bad could that be? Increases performance penalty when at low morale. Sure. Loner. Loses comfort every day while living in a dome with population over 30. Sounds annoying. Coward. Double sanity loss from disasters. I think we're going to have a lot of disasters. So I think we'll do this. Anyway, we've got lots of matching colonists. We're going to go. You can build a sanatorium later, which helps you eliminate flaws. And what you can do is you can build a dome with the sanatorium, which is a spire. And then on the dome, you can filter it to encourage the dome to be full of the flawed people. The sanatorium specifically targets 3 flaws. So you like focus on those flaws. And if you run out of those types of flawed people, then you go and you change the flaws and change your filter. Right, you're still waiting to go, but you still have 2 electronics. So I'm going to wait on you a scooch. Still have that building turned off, which is fine. Comfort-wise, gaming and luxury. Now, gaming and luxury can both be satisfied by setting up a little electronics store. It's fairly small, but people go in there and they buy electronics and actually consumes electronic resources. So you want to make sure that your electronic production is really, really well off before you do that. Now, just because people can't satisfy all of their needs doesn't mean that you're necessarily screwed, right? Like, let's say we take a look at Enno over here. Because you get bonuses to your comfort from various activities. Plus, if we just get, like, better residences, then their basic stuff's going to be good. Subsurface heating is done, and while I'm not particularly excited about that by itself, what did it reveal? Deep water extraction. So once we do deep scanning and scan a deep water deposit somewhere, we can exploit that. And again, it'll probably have, like, 100,000 water underneath it, so unlimited for a good amount of time. You know, maybe not literally unlimited, but pretty darn close.
Crop failure reported.
No edible food has been harvested. Was no one working there?
Found.
I don't know, but I'm going to cancel out the wheat. I guess there's not very many people there. We'll just get the soybean cycle going on.
Pipe leak reported.
Soybeans, potatoes. Yeah, mostly we just need more people over there. So that's going to be okay. I got a pipe leak, a bit of an oxygen shortage. We still don't have... No, we do have the Moxie upgrade tech. What do you need for that? Polymers. I'm going to upgrade one of you for the 50% boost, rather than build another one, because building it, needs material, and more importantly, needs maintenance. Looks like you have emptied up. You had 2 drones attached to yourself, so again, those will transfer over to the closest drone hub, which will be this one here. There we go. Actually, it's only down to 6. I might have the rover around here. Oh, you're up to 8, but your load is low. We do still have the rover here, which is going to help, certainly for that. We do have some explorables. Oh. Yes, queue up that. It might be very nice to like set up some extra scanners over here, but again, we can do it slow for now. I'm going to take the RC Explorer. I'm going to move you over here. You should be able to make it here with plenty of power by going through the tunnels. Building with depleted deposits, so that's over here. These deposits will get emptied very... Oh, that's just average. Never mind. I'm wrong. I'm gonna salvage you anyway. We still have tons of concrete. I might still end up building... Here, let me go and blow you up completely so you won't be in the way. I might still end up building another concrete extractor over here, just so that we have concrete nearby.
Milestone achieved.
First Martian born! Hooray! We got a baby! It actually would have probably been a pop-up for that if it wasn't in the menu. I'm not sure. Yeah, let me do something like that. And then run a cable across that way, and at some point we'll clean that all up completely. Okay, we got passengers ready to land. I don't see any reason to make them wait. Come on down! We've got lots of jobs for you. Tons of jobs. So yeah, we can be more power efficient if we put people in here, but people are such a precious commodity. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade you. We got the parts for now. It's going to be okay. We'll get more metals. Metals, we still have a good amount right now, but they're stored all over the place. Here it's metals locally, which... Actually, we don't have a machine shop here. We might want one. We've got enough machine parts for now, but we're not creating them too quickly, and we have a lot of machine parts maintenance. I'd feel better with a much bigger stockpile of those. Still, the machine factory will require people, and we may not have the people for them quite yet. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Our first Martian board. I could go and build a nursery over here. Like, they're very high comfort and very space efficient. Because, I mean, kids are small. They don't need a lot. So you still have vacant residential slots, so I don't have to build this apartment yet. We got more people with more various needs. And we do still have this room for a spire. It's going to take a lot of polymer, and a lot of polymers and maintenance as well.
Complete.
I'm going to hold off for now. Because I'm worried if we get a bunch of cracked domes, we're going to have to spend a lot of polymers. I would like to get cloning up so that we can get a lot more people. Because we're only going to have babies so fast. Okay, we still have tons of stuff in the queue, including the arcology. Now, depending on the comfort level of the arcology, I could see us, down over here at this dome, which still isn't fully developed, put an arcology in the middle, and then going ahead and removing these living quarters. They're very comfortable, though. This place doesn't have an infirmary yet. If I'm planning on putting a colony dome in here, or an arcology, I'm going to go ahead and put down an infirmary.
Sector scanned.
How else are you doing in here? No gaming, no drinking, no luxury. I think you'll have to deal with that. I'm going to put a little garden. Oh, not this one, the small garden. There's different ones. Here, we'll put a small fountain instead. Boom, right behind there. They do exactly the same. We'll just put it behind here. You'll get an infirmary. And yeah, we'll see if we can put more people in here and get some research labs. You are ready to go. Let's launch you right away. We don't have enough money to justify purchasing more goods, unfortunately. We could send more people, although we're going to get more and more flawed people.
Cable fault reported.
We still have room for it, and we still have vacant work slots. If we got another ship of 12, it wouldn't even fill up everything that we've got worker space for. Transport over here. You can just go and sit on the power cable. What? You tried to path there that way? I'm surprised. Maybe you weren't close enough to any tunnels, and you were kind of confused about things. Are you going to run through a Dust Devil? Run! Run! Damn it! I made a mistake. Alright, that's okay. We'll go and fix you later. I'm not feeling as much pressure to get those anomalies. There's just a couple here and there left over. So it's not too shabby. But once the Dust Devil is over, we'll just run the rover down there. Just don't want the rover to get destroyed as well. It is moving the opposite direction now, though. But it could change its mind again. Okay, we're probably fine. Go, go, go. We don't need any parts to fix this, at least. We just have to have a drone in the vicinity, and that's going to be fine. And while we're there, we can refuel its power as well. Okay, so you're driving. That's good. The transport is just chilling with nothing really to do. I mean, I could go and pick up some rocks that are on the surface, but I think we're going to ignore that. Okay. So yeah, we have the little infirmary here. It's being worked. Medical checks. Lower minimum comfort requirement for births. Nice. And our comfort in the dome's not too shabby, right? 59. Be a lot more comfortable if they had better places to stay. And tell you what, I'm going to cancel this last apartment here. And instead, I will actually build one of the nicer living quarters. And we can compare the apartments. Yeah, it's 35 comfort instead of the 50 base over here. These are much nicer. Half the space, although also a lot less power consumption. So some people, I think, will move from there to here because it's higher comfort. I think they'll just boogie on their own. I could go and amplify this. We have a lot of rare metals. I could turn on the exporting again. Right now, I don't think we're going to go and do the amplification for the extra power. We don't have infinitude power, and we don't really need any more raw materials. More people, though. That would be nice. They have the polymer situation. I could ramp up the priority of polymer. Do we have... I don't remember. Do we have factory AI? I think we do, but it's like really expensive, isn't it? Isn't one of these later ones? Hey, nuclear fusion! Hello! Is it under robotics? Factory AI. Factory performance increased by 20%. I think that's worth doing. These are nice and cheap, and we did want to cycle them, but I think the factory AI, it's 10,000. But we're going to want that 20% boost. Actually, the battery optimization is also really nice to get things going a lot faster. I'll go ahead and requeue a couple more cheap things, just in case we end up, burning through our science and we're not sure what to do next. But yeah, I think we'll do that. You've been repaired. You don't have your full power. I can refill the power this way, and the nice thing is the drones always have infinite power. Run away from the meteor strike. Thank you for the anomaly. Okay. So I'm going to get these drones to go back over here, in case the rover gets smacked. That would be really bad if my RC rover got smacked. I'd have to build like a second RC rover, or just somehow work my way over here with like tunnels. Even then, how would I do it? I don't think to... Because how would I get the drones over? Yeah, we'd really need a second rover somehow. Ugh. Alright, so that's just free science. Which is good, but, not the end of the world. We're not that far away from wanting to go and double up on our grid resources here, because we actually are constructing a fair bit. There we go, there's our science there. So you are going to finish your trip without getting dust deviled over here. Oh, we don't know what it is. It's not going to be a breakthrough or anything. Tell you what, let's leave it as a cliffhanger here. We'll put a cut, and next episode we'll see what we reveal here at this eyeball. Might have something to do with whatever our mystery is. I'm not sure. Do we know what our mystery is yet? I feel like we got something that may have been a slight hint at some point, but I'm not sure. I'm going to get you to put you to work. I'm going to load the metal over here and bring it over that way, like that. Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.